children, I am Mushkeen, your English teacher, and today I welcome all of you to this session. Children, we human beings have our relationships to which we are quite inclined to. And the fact is, like, we often tend to be emotionally weak when we are away from our close ones. And we often, see, once I said often, then I said often. Both pronunciations are correct, children. And we often, we long for the union when we are away from them. This story that we are going to discuss today, we have our narrator. He is away from his family and he is quite excited to meet his family. He has been longing to meet them and he is very, very happy, very, very excited to spend his holiday with them. Before we go into the story, children, the story is titled The Black Aeroplane. And the story has been written by Frederick Forsyth. Children, Frederick Forsyth, a spy, a pilot himself, and a renowned novelist. He was born on 25th of August, 1938. Presently, he is 82 years of age. Children, this man has written the story wherein he highlights the emotional topsy-turvy that a man goes through when he is away from the family, and at the same time he is quite excited to meet them. And he fantasizes, he imagines the union, he imagines spending time with his family. Now children, this story, who is the narrator? He is the author himself. Who is the author, children? Frederick Forsyth. So, what is the story? How does the story go about? So, we have this man, we have the narrator. He is away from his family and he is very happy to start his journey, his flight during night. Why? He is moving from Paris to London. London, it's his home. He is very, very happy. He is on cloud nine. He imagines, he fantasizes spending his time with his family, having a good breakfast with them, enjoying time with them. So as a result, he is in his dreams. Though he is in the plane, he is flying the plane, but somehow he is emotionally and mentally somewhere. And where is he? With his family. He is imagining how beautiful it would be, how wonderful the time would be when he would be with his family. So he is moving from Paris to London in his plane. And his plane, the name of the plane is Dakota A-88. And he is moving in his plane. He's quite happy because there are no clouds, the weather seems quite nice, and first and foremost, he's thinking that he'll be with his family soon, and he'll be spending quality time with them. So he starts flying his plane, it's all good, but after some time, what happens? He sees the dark clouds, that they are approaching. There are dark clouds in the sky, children. As a pilot, he has people in his plane. As a responsible pilot, after apprehending the danger, what would he do? What would a responsible pilot do? He would go back because he would not prefer to go into danger with the people that are in his plane. He would not risk his life and risk the life of the passengers. But even after seeing the clouds, dark clouds, that are in itself an indication that a heavy storm will be there and it won't be easy for them to pass through it. He is fantasizing. He is engrossed in his dreams of spending quality time with his family, so he overlooks all the risk, he overlooks all the danger, and he continues flying his plane. And what happens? He loses all the control. He loses all the control, children. And now he realizes the danger. What will he do? What will he do now? He cannot see anything on the radar. There is no direction. Even the communication with the control room, that is lost. So it's a heavy kind of a situation. It's Mayday, children. It's Mayday. But now it's quite late. How will he save himself? How will he save the passengers that he has risked just daydreaming and fantasizing about spending the time, quality time with his family? He's quite anxious. He is fretting. He is very nervous because there is no communication at all. There is no radar, no direction. And what he sees on his other side, there is another pilot. When he notices the plane, it's all black. Why is it black, children? Because there are no lights on its wings, nothing. It's all black. That is why the title, children, Black Aeroplane. Now, this Black Aeroplane, it is flying with the plane of our author, narrator. And the pilot of this plane willingly offers to help our narrator. And since the narrator, the pilot, he is not in a situation to deny the help, he follows like an obedient child. So the plane, wherever he is heading, whatever he is asking him, he just asks him to follow the plane. So he is following the Black Aeroplane as an obedient child. And after some time, what happens? He looks at, which indicates the fuel indicator. He sees that the fuel is it's now less, it won't suffice. And as soon as he realizes it, that the fuel will not suffice the flight, the Black Aeroplane vanishes and he is out of the dark clouds and he could clearly see two lines. What are these two lines, children? It is the runway. He is so relieved. He is so happy, though he doesn't know where he is about to land. But he doesn't delay it anymore. He lands quite swiftly. And they're all safe. Narrator is safe, the plane is safe, the passengers are safe. And then there is this lady. He directly goes to the control room. There is this lady and he's quite excited and why is he excited this time? Not because he's going to meet his family. No, he doesn't even know where he has landed. But he's excited that, my God, his life was saved. And who had actually helped him? Who had saved his life? It was that pilot of the Black Aeroplane. So what is the gratitude command? That you should go and thank the kindness of that pilot. So he leaves his flight, his plane, unattended and directly heads towards the control room. There is this lady and he asks her, where is the other pilot? Where is the pilot of the other plane that was flying simultaneously with me and helped me to land safely? I want to thank him. She laughs. She laughs at him and she tells him, my God, it was all stormy. There was no other plane other than yours. I couldn't see any other plane on the radar. It was only your plane that was flying in the storm. And you are the only pilot who was actually flying it, and you have landed safely at our runway. So the narrator is quite puzzled. Who was the the pilot in the Black Aeroplane who helped him to land safely and come out of the storm safely. Children, the story is open-ended. So the writer, he gives us enough room to actually imagine what could be the result. So can you, children, can you imagine, can you actually comprehend who was the pilot in the Black Aeroplane? See, it can be either his own consciousness that helped him, and he could actually imagine that, see, there was a black aeroplane and then the pilot helped me and I followed. It could be his own consciousness, or God's help is always near. Isn't it, children? God helps whomsoever he wills. He saves whomsoever he wills. So it can be the help of God. He had sent somebody because he is the utmost supernatural power, absolute power, who has control over everything. He wills as he pleases. So he willed to help this pilot, our narrator, and it was God who helped him. So children, we learn one very important lesson from this story. What is the lesson? What is the message? That when we are overpowered with our emotions, when we are engrossed somewhere else, when we are mentally occupied, we falter. We are not able to take right decisions. So if we need to decide, if we need to take right decisions, especially when we face challenges, we need to be quite analytical, we need to be clear-headed. If we are engrossed, if our mind is occupied, if we are thinking something else, we cannot judge the situation correctly, and as a result, we cannot decide correctly what to do and how to do it. And that was the case with our narrator. He was engrossed, he was mentally occupied, he was with his family. Even after seeing the clouds, seeing the storm approaching, he couldn't decide that he should have moved back to Paris. He should not have actually approached ahead. But since he was quite excited to meet his family, to spend quality time with them, he risked not only his life, but the life of his fellow passengers. Children, one more very important thing that we learn is that God is the supreme power. He does what he pleases. He helps whomsoever he pleases. His help is always near. So, if God wants to help us, he can help us. He can take us out of any situation. But the only thing is that we need to stay put. I hope I am clear, children. Thank you very much and stay blessed.